As we inch closer to opening week, we can finally start watching preseason in order to get a good idea of what this year might have to offer. This is the time of the year where we finally get to see our brand new rookie quarterbacks and what they look like on their new teams. This season, 3 quarterbacks were taken in the first round. Out of all of them, Daniel Jones looked the best in week 1, and he actually finished with a perfect passer rating, completing all of his passes for 67 yards and a touchdown. Now, if you've been a fan of this channel for some time, you'll know that I wasn't the biggest Jones supporter, and I actually didn't think he should be drafted in the first round. I said that he was a second-round talent and that he still has a lot of room to grow as a passer. However, this game should definitely make you happy if you're a Giants fan. If he continues to play exactly like he did against the Jets, and if he continues to make accurate throws while reading the field correctly, he could turn into that franchise quarterback the Giants are hoping for. Before we begin this breakdown though, I need to give the standard disclaimer that needs to be said for all plays analyzed during this time of the year. Since this is preseason, talent levels vary extremely highly, and Jones did most of his damage against the Jets' second stringers. Now, he did perform well, as we'll get to shortly, but that does need to be said so you fully understand the context. With that being said, let's start looking at his debut. The Giants opened up in shotgun and ran a form of a rub concept. These routes are ideal at attacking man coverage. The switch routes by the interior and exterior receivers shield the outside defender from making play on the ball. This would allow Jones to make this throw. He did so in rhythm and with good accuracy, and the Giants gained 5 yards. On second down, the Giants ran the ball with Wayne Gallman, and he was able to push forward to convert for a first. That brings us to the third play of the game, which is this 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. On this one, the Giants ran a run-pass option featuring a double slant off the backside. Since there were 7 men in the box, this told Jones that he needs to pull the ball and run the pass portion of the play design. After the snap, Jones pulled the ball, he read the leverage of the defense, and he targeted the interior slot receiver based on his matchup. He threw the ball quickly. The receiver caught it right at chest height and quickly picked up another first down to continue this drive. On the 4th play, the Giants dialed up play action and ran a 3-level flood concept. Cody Lattimore ran the over route, finding space between zone defenders. The ball was once again thrown accurately, and the receiver caught the pass before breaking a tackle to gain an additional 10 yards on the play. Before we move on from this snap, I want you to pay close attention to the amount of time and the amount of room that Jones had to operate for his passes. It's clear that his starting offensive line dominated the Jets' second stringers, and they gave him all day to make his throws. This was the case this entire drive. Moving on, and for the next set of downs, the Giants ran the ball on 1st and 2nd and ended up with a 3rd and 7 at the 20-yard line. The Giants lined up in shotgun. Since the defense aggressively blitzed with 7 of their defenders, this opened up the offense to one-on-one opportunities across the field. The Jets were playing with 1 safety deep. Jones correctly trusted his outside receiver to win on his out route, and he wasn't disappointed. He threw the ball once again with perfect timing, and he placed it on the outside shoulder of his target. Fowler caught it with a defender draped over him, and then he secured his feet in bounds to convert the first down. This was another impressive pass. Now, for the final play of this drive, the Giants had a 1st and 10 from the Jets' 12-yard line. Before the snap, New York motioned their tight end across the formation just to see how the defense reacted. After watching the last 4 plays, the Jets were in man coverage on 3 of the 4, while they were in zone for just 1. On this play, the Jets played zone coverage as well. They dropped into Tampa 2, which is a 2-high safety look where the Mike linebacker dropped in between the 2 deep zones. If you look closely at the play design, the Giants ran a smash concept featuring a high-low read on the outside cornerback. This is a great play call against this 2-high safety defense. If the cornerback jumped on the flat by the tight end, this would open a window for the corner out behind him. Meanwhile, if the cornerback sunk for that corner route, Jones would then take that flat route by the tight end for a quick gain. The former happened on this play. After Jones took his 5-step drop, the outside cornerback jumped on the flat route, which told him to pass to his receiver in the back of the end zone. He threw the ball perfectly, finding his target, which allowed his receiver to catch it and score on this play. As I mentioned in my scouting report on Jones before this season, he was always really good at rhythm-based passing at Duke. He understood timing, and he understood how to quickly identify coverage. After he takes his drops, he knows how to set his feet and throw accurately to the short and medium parts of the field. The good news of these plays is that not a single receiver dropped a pass. That was not a case for him at Duke. Hopefully that will continue into the regular season, as his passer rating and completion percentage both suffered in college due to drops. To wrap this video up, this drive should definitely make you happy if you're a Giants fan. Yes, it's preseason, we all know this, and he did this against second stringers, but it's still a very positive thing to see on tape. Hopefully he'll keep it up and prove everybody wrong that he was actually a good pick at 6 overall. Well, that's all I have for you in this video. The next set of videos I'll be doing on this channel all relate to fantasy football. I'll be releasing my position by position rankings, and I'll be discussing draft strategies by pick and by round. I want you to know who I want you to target this year. Stay tuned for those videos, and I'll also have downloadable Excel files that should be easy for you to use in your upcoming drafts. Those are actually already out on my Patreon account, so if you do want access to those, just a $1 a month donation will get you access to all my rankings. Thanks again for watching, and you can find me on Twitter at Samuel R. Gold.